Hi everyone. It's now 5:40 a.m. I can't sleep, and we'll see what happens if anybody joins. Oh, we have Hi Joe. How are you? Let's wait around and see if anybody else. Oh, already a few more joined. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Heidi. Thank you for joining. Ooh, hi. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. It's 5:40 a.m. and I can't sleep, so I thought I'll join you guys live. Oh, for you it's 10:40 a.m.
Doing it.
Wait, sorry. Somebody started talking. Okay, it's my YouTube on my other window started talking. For you, 5. Good morning. Thank you. Okay, so we'll wait a few more moments for more people to join. You were up at 4:22. Good morning, Heidi. Middle of your day. Where is that, Andreas? What is here? Middle of the day here. Where is that? Okay. Wow, this is fun that you guys are joining. Great. I thought I'll be here talking to myself. In the Philippines. Nice. And oh, so Sweden, it's like midday. Cool. That's the thing about having global seekers. You guys just join me anytime. Okay, so I tried to fall asleep. I did. I couldn't. I was thinking about a lot of things, and I was also mainly thinking about the Amazons right now. New Orleans, hello from New Orleans to New Orleans. That are the Amazons that are burning. And I'm also somewhat burning on the inside. I'm like, how did we not know this? Like, they've been burning for over 2 weeks, and all the media talks about is like politics and all the regular hoo-ha, and it's like, how is that even possible? Oh, have a wonderful day, Jennifer. Thank you for joining for a second. Enjoy your work. And it's been adding up to a few things similar things that I've been sensing, that I've been experiencing and feeling in the past few days, specifically in regards to media and coverage and the news and articles, and how it has become a whorehouse. Like, seriously, it's just become like a ridiculous zoo where truth is irrelevant. Truth is irrelevant, and what matters doesn't matter. It's like the most important thing that should be on our agenda and our priorities, and what is being slammed down the list. And like the air that we breathe, and the Amazons are responsible for 28% of world's oxygen. There's a reason why we call them the lungs of the earth, and they're completely burning. So this whole we don't know what's going on kind of thing, where we have a headline in an article that sounds like one thing, but then if you actually bother on going into the article and reading it, you see how it's completely out of context. And if you happen to know something on the topic, then you recognize how much bullshit is written there. But you also understand that someone reading the same article who doesn't have the background knowledge that you subjectively have because of your life experience, how they might think that this article is legit, and so on and so on. And how is it that the mainstream news and media doesn't cover something like the Amazons is burning? It's the really crooked priorities that we have. And I feel like it's really, really, really connected to what's going on a personal level, right? On a subjective level and an individual level. As above, so below, as within, so without, and vice versa. We all say it all the time. It's meaningful. It's metonymy. It's micro to the macro. We're like that on our personal daily life. our priorities are a weird mush of just weirdness. I've been feeling this in the past few months, and it's like the way I see it is it feels really connected to the massive retrogrades that we've had in the past few months. I'm mainly referring to Saturn and Pluto, the planets of death and rebirth, Pluto, and the planet of karma and restrictions and laws, Saturn. It's that Scorpio, Capricorn energies, right? And it's very testy. It's very, very, very testy. It's testing our priorities. And to see what we've learned and if we've learned. And will we, okay, I'll tell you a story. A while ago, Shalom Mini. A while ago, I was going on the train and I was trying to purchase a ticket from the machine. And something was wrong with the machine. It didn't operate well. And I saw that the train is about to come to the dock and I'm probably going to miss it and potentially have to wait for the following train. And someone opened a door, a gate door, like an employee, right? And they entered and it was right next to me. Like it was a split of a second where I could have just skip paying and go into the door and easily tell myself, oh, the door was open. The universe just, it was meant to be, right? The universe just handed it to me. And I was like, no. And in that second, when I said no, I'm going to insist on the machine or go to the conductor or whatever, someone else did take the opportunity. And they slipped in through that door, like skipping payment. And as they did that, suddenly I spotted a police officer that was kind of hiding in the corner, approaching them. And they were like, what was that? And they had them go back and pay and, you know, all the fine and all that jazz. And I was like, wow, if I had taken that opportunity, had snuck through that open door and avoided doing what I'm supposed to, avoided doing the right thing, that police officer would have given me a ticket as well. And it is so symbolic to what I'm feeling right now going on, and especially in the past few months, where we have been tempted. We have been tempted by things that were just like open doors that seemed so easy, you know, like the very negative past that is coming back, sneaking in on us, trying to tempt us to go back to something that was really, really not good for us, for example. Sliding back into old, bad, you know, vice habits. Addictions could be people we were addicted to, could be literally alcohol and drugs, could be major situations. Defoliation, this is not what we're talking about here. Stop. Have a little respect, please. If he still loves you, if you have to ask it twice like that, he probably doesn't. The universe is keeping strict account of everything. Yes, it's counting. We've been having simultaneously major opportunities to do the right thing for us in accordance to our future, to what we, you know, to show that we've learned from our past and from our mistakes. Okay, I'm blocking this is my ex still love me doofus girl. Report. I need a moderator, guys. Okay. And now she's telling people to shut up. Okay, great. All right. Great. Wait, seriously? Why is it not working? If I'm reporting, then YouTube, you're supposed to like It's like every single time there's a doofus. This is harassing me. Yeah, report. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, I did, Kate. I did block Katie. I don't know why it's still letting, I don't know why. Okay. All right, they're not going to be seen anymore. Great. Great. Okay. So thank you guys. Yeah, I don't worry. I got this person out. Does my ex love me? Lovely. Is my ex lovely? Does my ex love me like 17 gazillion times? Like seriously? Okay. So it's been testing, and we've had simultaneously opportunities go hand in hand but with each other. Like it would come together, right? Either doing the challenging right thing or going for the easy way that is tempting us, that is just bringing us back to how we were, or what we were claiming to overcome and not do. And those of us who made those strong decisions, I feel like, have chosen like to be on their path. And when Saturn is now going to wake up, going back to moving direct, and Pluto will be going direct after that in October, I feel like things will start, the new start will start, kind of thing. And it really can go either way depending on the choices that you've been making in the past few months. So just follow the, let's say if you feel like you haven't been lining up with your higher self, and you feel like there's, maybe you've been deceitful, maybe you've been betraying, maybe doing some shady things to people. I feel like the best way to try to kind of pick up speed towards the finish line is by confessions, admissions, fixing, apologizing. Just the truth needs to be told, because if you don't tell the truth, it will be discovered. Like it's really strong. It's really, really strong. So yeah, guys, this has been coming up, especially in relation to what's going on with the media. What I started this conversation with, for those of you who just joined, it's 5 a.m. where I'm at, and I just can't sleep, almost 6 a.m. The whole media is now just being stupid, and maybe it's always been stupid, and only now I'm really, really, you know what I think? I think I'm just now becoming super aware of it, because of the whole symbolism of people are now starting to become really aware of deceit. Right? Because it's not flat out in your face deceit. It's manipulative, right? It's manipulating the captions. It's manipulating the wording. It's like, I read an article a couple of hours ago by someone who's like, how to help the Amazons, how to help the rainforest. You're sitting at home, you're frustrated, you want to do something and you don't know what to do. Read the following. And this person who wrote this article, Mini Tov Shet Loim Chadashot Ba'aretz, good thing you're not with the news, and yeah, I believe that. And this person literally listed a lot of legitimate things, a list of things that you can do. Number 3 on the list is to avoid paper and wood, because that's the main reason why rainforests are being cut down. Not once did they mention the meat industry. Now, I find it amazing because, or terrifying, should I say, because the meat industry and agriculture and cattle is the supplier of 44% of carbon dioxide today. And the main reason why we cut down rainforest, to make room for cattle. More than paper and wood, way more, far more. So, okay, mention paper, but why aren't you mentioning something way more meaningful? The entire article is about how we can help. And it's a major fact that you're completely disregarding and not writing. So people read this And they think, oh, this is what I need to do. And they don't know the main thing that they can do. Why? Because the person probably eats meat. So their subjective selfish preference literally affects how they're writing an article that describe the things that are affecting the ecological system today. Like, really? Don't write anything. Do us all a favor and just don't write anything. Go home. If you're already writing an article like that, do it properly. And don't hide information just because you have a subjective preference. That's horribly misleading. And if I wasn't someone that is familiar with the facts and with the numbers, I would read it and be like, oh, okay. And people are going to have conversations tomorrow about how the situation is horrible and how everything that is going on with the climate change and global warming and what humanity does to things. And they'll probably have a conversation over a burger. And they better hope I don't walk by, because the hypocrisy, just the double standards, the unawareness, it drives me nuts. And as I was saying this, 5 people dropped out. Why? Because I was starting to talk about their food. Like, that's how people are. Good morning, Jess. It's the detachment is insane. Like, you can't talk to people about it. Like, no, my plate. Your plate is destroying the planet and your own health. Like, what? So that was a message that was very important for me to convey. Good morning. Let's read you guys a little bit. Katie, it's really time to stay in our lanes and be really in touch with ourselves. And it becomes so easy to see them. I've totally tuned out to mainstream, yeah. But here's the thing, even the out of stream, like social media and articles, it's all manipulated. I would read a caption that will sound outrageous, and then I will go in and be like, oh, but that's actually really not true, because it's actually been like this and that, like, what the F? And people share it, they don't even read. Guys, please do me a favor. Share a lot of stuff on social media. Spread the words, okay? Let people know, all right? But first, read through the article. Have a little bit of, make sure, because when you actively spread a lie, you are part of the lie. Directly or vicariously, it doesn't matter. If you spread a lie, even if you're not the one who wrote it or told it, it doesn't matter. If you spread the lie, you're a part of it. Right? Not knowing the law doesn't exempt you from following the law, kind of thing. So just because you didn't know doesn't exempt you. If you have doubt, write a caption. I'm not sure about this. Anybody in the house knows what this is about? We can't possibly know everything. We learn by asking. I've been so conscious of it in the past few days, and the reason I've been conscious to it is because it's not because it's new, but because things are becoming more clear now. We see more clearly through deception. It can't hide anymore. Suddenly it's in our face. Perspective and beliefs, that's great. This is my perspective. This is my belief. Don't share it as if it's a fact. Sorry, I just read a comment that annoyed me. Sorry, I'm not gonna read it out loud. Because we're talking about global things right now. The veil has been lifted. It's true. It is being lifted. This is about you guys and all of us understanding that the veil is being lifted. It's going to be much harder to be deceitful. From your personal relationships to your community and your leaders, our leaders. Things are going to come out now, with or without you. So better be a part of it than being dragged behind as someone who has been a part of the deceit. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to use the spirit animal cards in respect to the amount of wildlife that is being, that is dying now in the Amazons. I've seen some horrible, horrible pictures, and they are very symbolic to all of us, to humanity. Their pain is our pain, and our suffering is synced with the suffering of the animal kingdom, because they are the purest existence in this physical 3D realm. Purest, most divine existence. Because they're mostly heart-based, right? Less mind-based. And even those who are mind-based, like dolphins are brilliant. It's a different parts of a mind. It's more like telepathic and solar and alien-like. Like their intelligence is beyond, because they have emotional intelligence, heart-based intelligence. So the suffering of the animal kingdom is very symbolic to our suffering. Leo Tolstoy said, as long as there will be slaughterhouses, there will always be battlefields. It's the karma, right? We always think about our personal karma. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Godfather. Really happy to have you all here. We always think about our personal karma. What we do comes back to us. We're forgetting that we're all one net web that is connected and linked. We have community karma. We have family and ancestral karma. We have national karma. It's all a thing. And we also have a collective karma as humanity. So what we do as a collective to the animal kingdom comes back to us as a collective. From wars to hunger to misjustice to slavery, all that. If we do it to the weakest, of course we'll do it to each other. But once we learn to honor the weakest, they're not really weaker than us. It's just in our perception of ego. But if we learn to honor the weaker, then we inevitably grow compassion and empathy automatically towards also the stronger. Good morning, Dave. Thank you for being here. So for people out there who are like, oh, you're talking about animals, what about the poor immigrants? Yeah, everyone. There's a lot to talk about. It's endless. But if you've known me for a while, if you've been following my channel, you know that I like to touch the core of the issue. I don't put band-aids on things. I dig through the layers and the veins and the bones until I get to the molecular structure of the issue, to the first tiniest wheel of the mechanism. Because once you shift that, everything else starts to align. If you just fix the outer layers, and I do believe that what we do to the divine, purest entity on this planet, we immediately bring upon ourselves. I do think we need to immediately start treating the animal kingdom much better, if we want to literally save ourselves. And now it's science. It's not spiritual hoo-ha, okay? Global warming and climate change are direct results of our industries. Our consumption, our choices. Guys, give this video the like if you feel like it. That would be super awesome. Let's ask for messages from the animal spirit for the collective, for us as a collective, please. Oh, there you guys. Here you guys. Thank you for the likes. Okay, so messages for the collective and for Gaia right now that is in suffering. Like, something interesting, like I have a candle here. Hi. And I was leaning forward and I was talking, and then I took a breath, and like a little bit of the smoke like went into my throat, into my lungs, and I started like, and I was like, oh, the Amazons, the lungs. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to anybody who's just joined. Oh, the dragonfly. Okay. Messages for the collective, more. The oyster and the fish. So 1 air and 2 water. One more. One more messages for the collective, please, for this moment in time. Phoenix. I'm getting to take out more. Hold on. More messages for the collective for this moment in time. And the whale. So I find it fascinating that we're talking about the planet. We have 3 ocean beings. The oyster, the fish, and the whale. And we have 1 air element, the dragonfly, that is also a very majestic creature. She might as well have given it also the, the 5th element, the ether symbol. And we have the phoenix. Okay. You're welcome. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit like, I'm so tired. It's like I'm tired, but I can't sleep. It was like, it's already dawn. It's crazy. So, okay. The phoenix is a mythical creature, right? It's an ancient archetype. But as far as we know, it's not a part of the animal kingdom as we know it now, like in 3D. It's more like symbolic, mythical, right? But here we have also 2 very ancient creatures, the dragonfly and the whale. They have been around for eons, and they carry the wisdom of the ocean and of the ethers. It's more than just air. Like you see, I see this triangle here is like very much like the planet, even though it's not round. And it's like the dragonfly is just like above the earth, and the whale comes from the depths and the depths of the ocean. It's almost like they come from 2 different directions, but they carry with themselves the same DNA memory of life. And the dragonfly, it has a thing that it kind of defeats the laws of physics, because it's true. You can check it out. The dragonflies can fly right, left, forward, backward, up, down, super fast. Like they flip their wings like really, really faster than most like flying insects. Yes. So they make the impossible possible. And the message that I'm getting from this is that the impossible being made possible, magic and salvation and rebirth, can only happen from purification from the depths of the ocean. Now, I will explain. I know it sounded a little bit vague and in the air. So let me go into this a little bit. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? It's purification through fire. It's the process of alchemy. It's where something needs to be completely burned into the ground in order to reemerge with a new life. Now, This is one way of continuing existence, by death and rebirth. Now, the dragonfly and the whale, they haven't been dead and reborn, dead and reborn. They've just been alive for all this time. Like their continuous existence, their symbolism. And what I'm getting from this is a little bit chilling. It's a little bit creepy. I'm sorry. I don't want to scare anybody, but I'm getting that the message is now we are in between choices. The earth will save itself with or without us. What do I mean by that? It will either burn itself to the ground in order to get reborn. And this is also the fire in the Amazons. Fire in the rainforest, right? In the water forest. Or we will manage to overcome this and be consistent in our existence through purification. Now, the way to go about this purification without complete being burned down to ashes and having a new earth, which is a terrifying idea, but you know, the planet has done that in history. We used to have dinosaurs, now we don't, and so on. So the way to go about it this way, which is better off for humanity for sure, is by having deep respect to the ocean. I'm getting that it needs to come from the ocean for some reason. I mentioned it earlier that by 2050, they say it's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish. So the ocean somehow has to come first. And I'm not sure why scientifically that's how it will affect the ecological system or balance the climate change or the global warming. You know, it's not my profession. I'm just reading the cards and the messages that I'm getting. It's like this, I see the oyster as like a secret, like something, you see how it glows like from something locked? I see it like as yeah, it's like the secret, the answer is in the ocean. I'm gonna do some research about this. I'm gonna do some research about this because I have here water and I have here fire and I have here earth, air, but I don't have earth. Which is worrying. Water was in the Mayan prophecy. In what way? It's the strike and the solution, yeah. What, the water is the strike and the solution according to the Mayan? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, and it kind of connects. Miami Kubako, it sounds like Noah's Ark. That's a little terrifying. So the Mayan had also a prophecy that is similar to Noah's Ark. Jesus Christ. Can you elaborate on this? I will Google. No, don't. But honey, don't write in Hebrew because no one else understands. So she wrote that she had dreams of tsunamis for 5 years every night. Yeah, water is definitely very healing, but it's also very drowning. And I think that's what we're going to find out. It's either it will heal eventually the planet for sure. The only question is if we're part of this or not. I wrote it today on one of my posts. I think I wrote it on Instagram. The earth is a living organism. Right? It's a living organism. It lives and it dies daily, every day. You know, crops they grow and they die, and life is being birthed and life dies. And it's like everything about the planet, the trees, the plants, everything lives and dies constantly. It's a living, breathing organism. And Every body has the natural tendency for self maintaining itself. Forget the word preservation, self-preservation. So if there's an organ inside your body that is poisoning everything else, the doctor will probably immediately want to take it off. Say, God forbid, your hand is being infected with something and it's starting to, spread. There's a good likelihood they want to, oh my God, they want to cut that part just to avoid it from spreading. Okay. So humanity is an important part of life on the planet, obviously. Okay. We're all earthlings. But if what we do is only damaging the entirety of the body, if we spread everywhere and kill everything we see like a virus, the earth will have the tendency to preserve itself and make the sacrifice of the organism, of the organ that is threatening to destroy everything. I don't want this to happen to us. I want us to wake up and stop killing everything. What do you guys think? Can you do that? Can you please do that? It's heavy in here. Yeah, it's a heavy conversation. I know. 6 a.m. What do you guys think I will be? Some people will end with Gaia, some will not. I have a little bit of I have a confession to make. I do have a specific vision, idea of where it's leading towards. And it's something that I don't like. And hi from Nairobi. Nice to see you. Nice to have you, Emmy. And I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing, I'll be honest. And I've been carrying this very strongly, especially in the past month. I haven't been sirens. Can you hear the sirens? Yeah. It's really annoying. It's crazy. Let's wait a second. Hi from the Netherlands. I'm gonna wait a second until the sirens. Yeah, it is very symbolic. So I haven't been talking about this on my channel because I don't think fear is gonna help. Right? I don't think. I'm not sure. When I feel like I'm ready to talk about it and that people might be ready to hear it, then I'll probably say it in the right time, in the right way. I don't want to scare anybody. It's definitely not certain, and it's just me. But I feel an extreme urgency to speak to people and help them wake up. Like to be on that part of history, right? On that side of history that does the right thing. And even if not for the sake of the earth, then for the sake of you, because it's just what we're going through now. It's just our journey at this moment in time. We are ascending to another type of energetic existence. We call it in the community the fifth dimension, right? So currently we're in the 3D as we know it. The 4D is known to be like the dream realm, the in-between realm, the bridge, and the 5D is already much higher frequency. And you hear a lot about the split, and the split is something that I've been physically and cognitively sensing very strongly in the past few months, most especially generally in the past 2 years, where I feel like we had the chance as a collective when the snowball wasn't as big yet, right? When the journey was just starting. But a lot of people in the collective weren't joining the ride of improving their own life and the life of their environment. Like they chose to stay numb, basically. Stay numb and in their comfort zone and in their selfish zone. And at one point, the snowball has gotten to, much bigger. Like it started rolling and it collected more layers and more layers, and inertia and size, and that leads to a more accurate premonition of where the snowball will hit. So if when it started on the top of the mountain, it could have gone any direction, right? We had the way of kind of redirecting it. Right now, it's like seconds before crashing into the tree. Right? When it was there, we could have chose all kinds of directions, but now it's too big, it's too grown, inertia, speed, gravity, and so even though it hasn't happened yet, it's easy to see, like, so anything, of course, can happen, right? Audrey here said, there's no such thing as impossible. The word itself says impossible. And hey, we got to believe in miracles, right? But as it is viewed at this moment, as it is right now, it's about to crash in the tree. Meaning, if you weren't off that snowball, back when you had the chance, now that you're on the rotating snowball, trying to fly off of it and avoid the crash is going to be way harder. Does that make sense? Yeah, I already mentioned that, Godfather. So this is kind of what I'm feeling about the transition to the next state of consciousness for us as humanity and as a collective, where a lot of people have already been doing the work and kind of getting there. And a lot of people just stayed on that snowball, like held on to it, like for dear life, scared to jump out. Except that now it's much scarier and much harder. Still got to do it because you don't want to crash that tree. But it's almost impossible for the human condition, right? That likes to hold on to the no. So I'm getting that a lot of that because of that, because there's such a big gap between those who chose this and those who chose that, that instead of as a collective that we're just continuing to the next level in a continuous aspect, instead of that, there's going to be a split between the two worlds. And some will stay in the snowball and some will transition to the next level of consciousness. And wherever there's a major difference, there's a gap. And that's a dangerous thing because that only enlarges the polarities, the differences, the conflict. And that's how war happens. When there's such difference in state of mind and an opinion and an energy where it's inevitable for one to strike the other. So, one of the potential possibilities that I'm seeing is really not pretty. And I'm not going to go into it right now. I might do a complete video about this, but not at this time. Only you guys that kind of joined in now at this really weird live 6 a.m. session heard me, and I'll leave it on. But, a lot of people don't watch the lives afterwards. A lot of people just focus on their zodiac specifically. So I trust that just those who can handle this will listen to this, and at a later time I'll talk about it more deeply. But I don't think it's too late. I think there's still a possibility of hope. It's just not big. But I have to do my share of things and speak as much as I can to make as many people kind of wake up as possible. Having a depression for 2.5 years now, for 2.5 years now after doing an ayahuasca ceremony, then do another one. if you did one ayahuasca ceremony and went into depression, it's because you unlocked the first main gate to your subconscious, to your psyche, which led you to a portal of demons, but you just stayed there in the first room. It's the hardest room. Okay? So my recommendation, it's up to you and your decision, is to do another ayahuasca ceremony. But who did you do it with? You need to do it with a shaman who knows what they're doing and not just anybody. Okay? The way to know is if they have a lot of recommendations and a lot of story to back them. I would tell you to go to the Amazons, but too soon, Morgane. Too soon for your dark humor. But yeah, Corinne, don't stay there. Continue. You don't dare anymore, then you're on the snowball. But how worse can it get, right? If you're depressed, the only way is up. I said what I had to say. I'm sorry, but it will become easier. And do it with someone you trust to be around and that isn't taking the ayahuasca. That's just there with you. Right. Aya is not for everyone. But if you did it one time and you went into depression, it means that it really unblocked a lot of things that you have not been working on before that. It's because you haven't done any work, and then Aya just completely opened everything and you got flooded. Okay, stop with the antidepressant and go take another ayahuasca. Okay, so stop with the antidepressive. They are, vicariously actually making you more depressed. It's a Band-Aid that maintains the injury. Go to this dark room that Aya has opened up for you and let her give you the key for the next room. Okay? Because you already started the process with Aya. So she's in you. It's there. So just go to that. But listen to me. I'm not a doctor. And if those antidepressants are preventing you from doing something dangerous for yourself, then don't listen to me. If you know you can cut them off and be okay and go do a ceremony with someone that you trust, someone close, then do it. Yes, you have to get off meds first. Yeah, you're right, April. She has to get off meds first and clean your body from it. Completely purify your body from it. And no meat and no dairy. Purify your body, vegetables, whatever. So go to it clean. Okay? Yeah, awakening is a messy work, not easy. Hello, galactic butterfly. Oh my God, 48 minutes already. 32 people, 16 likes. Show me some love. Press more likes. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Any other questions? You're welcome, Corinne. If anybody else has a question, let me know. You can do super chats if you want. You can do some super chats. Starfish, like all the creatures of the water. Oh all the creatures of the water. There's 5 elements in this deck. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and spirit. And we've been getting a whole lot of water. Let's use the, actually, you know what? I want to do the runes. Let's do some runes. Okay, enjoy the dentist. Have a great day. I need to get some sleep. Oh my God. Okay, so messages from the runes. I'm using my citrine runes. Messages from the runes, please. Okay. So, perdre in the upright. Ehol, some will say algis in the upright. Hera. Turisas. Thor, Thor's hammer. It's very fading, but it's Thor. It's Turisas. And Tir, or Tiwaz, in the reverse. Someone is overwhelmed by their own power. They're going through some activation, spiritual activation, energetic activations, and it's a masculine because of Tir in the reverse and the Turisas. Both Turisas and Tir are very masculine energies. So I'm getting someone that is being activated. Now, being activated includes having your feminine side activated. To all you men out there, no, it doesn't mean that you're becoming a woman. We all have feminine and masculine. I'm cracking out because I'm feeling some of you guys out there be like, that. I'm not. It's okay. You can be very manly and still have your feminine divinity being activated. It's part of awakening, of integration between the polarities and finding balance. Okay. No, I just like got some guys being like, I'm not what. No. Oh my God. Okay. So the reason I'm saying is because Tir, which is the bow and arrow, it's very directed, victory, focus, masculine type of energy, and it's in the reverse. And it's very physical rune. And so the Perdro, the Ehol, the Hera, it's like such magical divinity that has been brooding for a long time and is starting to grow and grow and grow and come up into the surface with actions. Like you suddenly find yourself doing things that are not like you, right? And it scares you a little bit and confuses you a little bit, and it makes you, doubt yourself and how you know yourself to be. You're becoming stronger with your masculinity because of that, because spirituality and intuition and being receptive and perceptive and being, consistent, and it's the yin energy, it's the feminine energy. So that's what I mean by being that's the parts of you that are activated, and you've been so focused on the masculine energy for so long that it's strange for you. So you're feeling like, whoa, what is going on with me? What is going on? Everything is okay. Everything is fine. Everything is great. And mine is 633. We all have 33. Master number. Yeah, that's confirmation from what I'm saying. You're going through, the process of mastering yourself and your energies. Accept it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it because you won't win. Energy will win. You're being activated. I was activated last November. It was the most difficult thing I've ever experienced, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It destroyed me. But it destroyed me in order to rebirth me. So, yeah, don't worry, be happy. Let's get coffee, huh? I'm tempted to make myself coffee right now, but like then I will not go to sleep at all, like ever. Like I literally haven't slept since yesterday morning, like almost 24 hours. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me. Let's see if there's any other messages from the runes. Actually, I'm going to use the Gypsy Oracles. Guys, if you want something personal, feel free to do a super chat and then I'll pull a message for you guys. Right. So, messages from the Gypsy Oracle to whoever is watching now. That's 2 cards, okay. I'm going to do something I never do. I never do. But you know what? It's the risk I'm taking every time I'm using these cards that are... It's just 2 cards came out right now and they're too negatively literal. I'm not going to end it. Someone is watching that is going through a very extreme dark time, and it's a very one specific message, not for most of you, and I just don't want to freak people out that it has nothing to do with them. So I'm sorry. This is for personal readings. Good morning, Crystal. Thank you. Good morning. No, I'm not. No, it's for one person out there. It's for one person out there. And if I say it, everybody's going to freak out and be like, is this me? Is this for? No, it's not. So I'm not going to say it. I reserve the right to make that decision, to take that call. It's because that's it. It's because. You know, there's just sometimes too much. These cards are too much. I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep being like, oh, they're so cool. I'm going to use them in general readings. And then I always regret it. Always. It's not a tease. It's what came out is abusive. Trust me. The older you get, your spidey senses are through the roof. Yeah. I believe you, girl. What should we do, guys? The more spirit animal, tarot, or runes? Or maybe I should just tell you good night, good morning, and go to sleep. Any suggestions? Tarot? All right, let's do tarot. It was exactly what I was reaching out to. Spirit animal. Well, I already did spirit animal and someone asked for the tarot. So let's do tarot and then see. I'm going to do spirit animal. I am so tired. Oh my God. Now I'm feeling it. After this live, I'm definitely falling asleep. Okay. This is more normal than the Gypsy Oracles. Oh my God. I'm not using them anymore. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. So this is pretty calm and simple. It's like the energies are like, oh, this was too much. Let's give you the simplest thing. So something that has to do with someone here needs to go to work and they're contemplating if to stay for the live or go. Is that what this is about? Is someone in a dilemma if to go to work today or not? This is funny. So if it's not that, this could be someone debating on what to study, if to go abroad or further from where they are right now, if to move for school. Possibly right now for September. Maybe some of you are literally going to school this coming month. 4 of Pentacles, but there's something about you doesn't want to, like, feels like you're forced or you're just doing it because someone told you that you need to. What's the advice? 7 of Pentacles and 8 of Wands. You want to invest in something that is more, that you have more passionate about, and the cards say to definitely do that. So whoever this was for, okay, you're the second person that says animals. All right, let's do spirit animals. Animal spirit. And that's it. I'm going to finish up with that. I'm falling asleep. So message from a spirit animal to wrap this up. Guys, Aries and Virgo are up. And also they're extended. And I've been doing a new format that focuses the extended on love for this coming month. So check that out. Check out Tarot Masterclass if you want to learn tarot. All the links are normally below. I think it's automatically added. And if not, I will add it tomorrow, later today when I wake up. So check out Tarot Masterclass. And you know that if you want to book a private reading with me, the links to that are also below. Yeah. Okay. Message to finish up with. Thank you. Zebra. Oh, there's an energy that I'm tapping into that is watching us now. And they're quiet. They're not active in the chat. They're not active in the chat, and but they're very much active telepathically and are connected to this in a very quiet way. But they're like, it's very, I think this might be the masculine that I was tapping into with the rune reading, earlier one that I was doing with the it was Pedro, Ehol, Turisas, Pedro, Ehol, Hera, Turisas, and Tir. So the message from that, I feel like it's the same individual, the same energy, that something is really being triggered within them and is awakening. It's like they're experiencing a whole new world of types of sensations, and they're trying to be really humble about this, like really understanding what goes on with them. And it's not that I'm sensing confusion as much as I'm sensing stillness, like trying to just understand what it is that they're getting. Like, I feel like this person is getting a whole lot more, like they're reading between the lines kind of thing, like they're sensing the energy of this reading, of this live. Like they're watching way more than the words. They're watching way more than the cards. They're listening to way more than the words. It's hard to explain. It's like they're trying to read between the lines and kind of sense something. Hey there, this Gap always enjoys watching what you have to see. Thank you. But this character here is keeping themselves, they're not going to write in the chat. They're not going to write in the chat, and that's okay. It's okay. All right, guys, I'm going to sleep because I'm exhausted. But thank you so much for passing the past hour with me and for listening to me. Yeah. And for supporting me. And you have an opportunity to press more likes because there's 41 people in the house and only 30 likes. I can't believe, like, I came up on 5 a.m. with no warning and I got 40-something people join me from all over the world. Like, I'm so humbled by this. Like, I can't even, thank you. All right, guys. Okay, I'll see you. I'm not going to post a general reading today, but I will post a general tarot scope tomorrow for another zodiac. So I'll catch you all then.